In this report, I will explain why you need 3,200 US per month to retire in Thailand. It happens over and over again. One of my guests will share how they're living on 1,000 or 1,200 per month in Thailand. Then someone else will say that is impossible. You need no less than 3,200 per month to live in Thailand. Both numbers are true. Some people will need 3,200, but that doesn't mean you will. Others will need less than half of that. Let me explain. They are both right. Two things will determine your budget in Thailand: your retirement pay and how your mind works. After years of meeting Western expats in Thailand, around 80% of them throw monthly numbers at me in the range of 1,200 to 4,000 per month. Everyone else is above or below those numbers. The real cost of living in Thailand, do you know who really knows the minimum cost of living in any given country? Is it more likely to be a foreigner importing dollars, euros, or pounds? Or is it more likely to be a local who knows how to stretch the Thai baht as far as it goes? I think you know the answer to that. If we Google the minimum wage in Thailand, that is more likely to be the rock bottom living costs in Thailand. Today, Google says the minimum wage in Bangkok is 400 Thai baht per day. That's 11 US dollars, which is about 330 US dollars per month. But nobody's expecting you to move overseas and live on the local minimum wage. Most people want to live a better life when they move overseas. If minimum wage is $330 per month, the expats living on $1,000 per month are living on 3 times the minimum wage. Expats living on $3,200 per month are living on 10 times the minimum wage. But Thailand doesn't want you to be living on only 3 times the minimum wage. How do I know that? Because the minimum monthly income Thailand will accept before issuing a retirement visa to age 50 plus expats is those who can prove 2,000 US per month income. That is about 6 times the Thai minimum wage. Luckily, Thailand will also issue a retirement visa to expats age 50 plus without any proof of retirement income, so long as they can put 22,000 US in a Thai bank. Either way, you can get a retirement visa. But how do you know if you are the kind of person that needs 3,200 per month or only 1,200 per month in Thailand? First of all, I don't need that much. My cost of living last month in Bangkok for 2 people was $1,464 US. I'll put a link below in case you want to see the line items that added up to that. But that was for Bangkok. If we move to a smaller town, we could do with less. So it's indeed at least possible that a single frugal foreign expat could live on less than 1,000 or 1,200 per month. But that doesn't mean everyone can or would even want to live on so little, especially if their check was bigger. And that makes sense. When we think about our family and friends back home, aren't they all living on a huge variance in monthly budgets? So why wouldn't that also be true in Thailand? So are you one of the people that needs 3,200 per month in Thailand? So why am I bothering to debunk the myth that 3,200 is the minimum possible you need to live in Thailand? Because there are millions of people around the world that are trying to retire on less than 3,200 per month. If they truly believe that 3,200 a month is an actual minimum in Thailand, would they give up hope of living their dreams to retire overseas? I hope not, because not everyone has 3,200 a month. Plus, many of you will have a better life in Thailand on 1,500 per month than you could have in the USA or Europe on 3,200 per month. And if I only had 1,500 per month, I'd rather live in Thailand than the US, and I'm not alone. I've been living outside the USA for 18 years, now in 73 countries, and I know how many expats think about life. There is $1,000 per month thinking, $1,500 per month thinking, and $3,200 per month thinking. Now I will give you examples of how people think when living in Thailand, so you know how much I suspect you'll need to live in Thailand. Okay, your residence thinking. Here's $3,200 per month thinking. I would need Western style amenities like marble floors and countertops with fully screened windows and a secure and safe area of the city. I need a gated community with 24-hour security and guard at the entrance to the community, and similar homes and other expats or wealthy locals in the community with me. I need at least 3 bedrooms and 2 baths with a fully equipped kitchen and a large living area and laundry. I prefer a secure and shaded place to park my car or truck at night. Okay, what's $1,500 per month thinking for a residence? We will be fine with a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment or condo with 1 bathroom. We'd also like it to be clean and bright with a Western style and feel to it, even if not everything is perfectly updated. We'll want to have at least some other expats near us so we can have someone to talk to about where to get things in the neighborhood. Okay, $1,000 a month thinking about your residence. We will be fine with a 1 bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom. It should be clean and bright inside, but not everything needs to be updated. It should be in a part of town with nice local neighbors that feels safe to us. Okay, where did you fall in there for your residence thinking? Okay, let's talk about transportation thinking. Here's what $3,200 a month thinking is for transportation. My family needs at least 1 newer, reliable car or truck for daily life in Thailand, maybe a scooter or 2 for short trips. I rarely use public transportation in my home country, so why would I start with that now? Okay, here's $1,500 a month thinking for transportation. We will be fine with a clean 3 to 5-year-old scooter with a couple of helmets. We'll ride that thing everywhere and be careful. We'll go slow because we know how dangerous it can be. And here's $1,000 a month transportation thinking. We will walk or ride bikes mostly as a form of exercise anywhere within 20 minutes away. If it takes longer than 20 minutes to walk somewhere, we will ride public transportation, such as buses, high-speed rails, and Thang Tao in smaller cities. Okay, what about grocery thinking? Here's $3,200 a month grocery thinking. We will shop for our groceries only in modern, air-conditioned, one-stop grocery stores with tile floors and shopping carts. It should have fully stocked shelves full of the imported brands we miss from home. We're mostly interested in finding brands from home rather than trying to figure out what locals eat. I am too old to start eating rice now. I rather eat barbecue beef, chicken, burgers, or barbecued hot dogs, and you can't eat those without all the fixins like French fries, baked potatoes, American mustard, and ketchup. We just don't feel comfortable in the open air public markets where all the locals shop because it's too hot. I want a shopping cart, air conditioning, and brands I know from home. Okay, what's $1,500 a month thinking for grocery shopping? We are comfortable shopping in the open air public markets where the locals shop. I kind of like buying from individual families who know what I like because I buy from them at least twice a week. We will go into those expensive large grocery stores a few times per month to buy imported brands we love from home that we just can't seem to find in the open air public markets. But mostly we buy fresh fruits and vegetables, grains, rice, and other foods that we need to prepare at home from scratch rather than the processed foods that come in sealed boxes and bags at the expensive grocery stores. Okay, here's $1,000 a month thinking for groceries. We shop in the open air markets and try to stay away from the expat grocery store whenever possible. The fruits and vegetables seem fresher and the prices are lower in the public market. Plus, we like saying hello to the people we've gotten to know in the individually owned food stalls in the public market. We feel like we're supporting local businesses when we buy from them. We only go to those expensive grocery stores once a month, if that, to buy shampoo or other brands we like that we can't seem to find in the public markets. Okay, your restaurant thinking. Here's $3,200 a month thinking for restaurants. Sure, we cook 1 or 2 meals at home per week, but mostly we prefer going out to eat or having food delivered to us at home from our favorite restaurants in town. When we go out to eat, we eat mostly in restaurants where all the other expats hang out. This is where the food is mostly like home. We can get a nice steak in those places, or some fancy Italian food, or some barbecued meats. Plus, those kinds of places have the imported whiskey and meats, cheeses, and wines. I just don't feel right sitting down in those local places. I eat in places that look just like the restaurants in my home country, like Chili's, the Sizzler, or the high-end steakhouses. The places I eat mostly have to be super clean and air-conditioned, and the chefs are often foreigners from the US, Europe, or Australia. They know how to cook the foods I love. We stay away from the local-style restaurants because we just don't know what to eat when we go in there. I just look at those local menus with a blank stare. Okay, here's $1,500 a month thinking when you're talking about restaurants. We cook about half of our meals at home per week. We love reading about and trying to cook the local foods. There are videos on YouTube that teach you how to buy local and cook local. The local products are way cheaper than the imported stuff. So by learning how to cook Thai dishes, we cut our grocery bill in half. But we also go out to eat the rest of the time in local style Thai restaurants. No fancy Thai restaurants where all the foreigners eat. We look around and we often are the only expats in our favorite local Thai restaurants. Once we find a dish we really love, we try to cook it at home sometimes. No more than once per week, we'll go out to eat Italian, burgers, or pizza, but mostly we eat in the mom and pop style restaurants run by families that know how to make great local Thai food. Okay, here's $1,000 a month thinking for your restaurants. We have found a few small restaurants in our neighborhood. They only have 3 or 4 tables, so most people just come in and get food to go. Sometimes we eat there if a table is open, but usually we get about 4 dishes and bring it home for about $1.25 per dish. We cook black, brown, or red rice at home, and then we share those 2 dishes, 2 for lunch and 2 for dinner. Whole, unprocessed rice is better for us than bleached white rice. Sure, we go out to eat once or twice per month for pizza or Italian food in the expat-style restaurants. We also cook a few meals at home per week. When we cook, we get the ingredients from the public markets. We also like trying out the food carts in the local-style night markets. We find the best ones by seeing which ones the locals all line up to try. We love the people watching in the local-style night markets. We stay away from night markets in the tourist areas because the meals easily cost twice as much. Okay, what about entertainment thinking? Here's $3,200 a month entertainment thinking. My expat friends and I like to do fun stuff at least a few times per week. We like to meet at expat bars where many of the local women show up to look for older expats like us. We almost always go to one of the bars that stocks imported whiskey and scotch and imported craft beers from Europe or the USA. A whiskey that would cost $12 or $15 at home, you can get for $6 or $7 here. We often drink the night away listening to great music from our youth we can't seem to find anywhere else in town. If we drink too much, we often will eat some Western-style food like steak and eggs or nachos before we head home. Once in a while, one of us will buy a round of drinks for our expat friends or a table of beautiful young Thai women. It's not unusual for us to meet up at each other's houses for an after party. And once in a while, one of us will hook up with a new woman, whether professional or amateur. That can get expensive, so we don't do that every night. Okay, here's $1,500 a month thinking for entertainment. The alcohol prices in Thailand seem rather high for imported liquor. So if we go out to a bar, restaurant, karaoke venue, live music venue, or other venues that serve alcohol, we generally order local beers, which range from like $1.50 to $2.50 in local bars and restaurants. We often have a beer or two at home before we head out, since local beer is only about $1 at home. Okay, here's $1,000 a month thinking for entertainment. We love to walk around in the evenings in Thailand. There is a part of town that is a perfect place to people watch. The Thai people seem generally interested in foreigners they see in their town. Often just a smile will get people talking if they know a little English. If we feel like having a beer, we just ask a local Thai person where the locals go to have a beer near this area. We do this once or twice a month. There's usually a venue where you will find locals drinking a few local beers. Local beers are rather cheap. We also like to invite friends over for dinner and have a few drinks to talk the night away. We mix it up so it doesn't feel like we're doing the same thing every night. I'm not judging anyone here, but what you may notice about how people living on more money think in Thailand, they're spending most of their energy, time, and money trying to recreate their old life in a new country. But the truth is, you'll almost never be able to recreate your old life in a new country. Things are just not ever exactly like they are at home. So psychologically, you're telling yourself every day that where you are now is not as good as where you were before. If it were true, you would just go home, wouldn't you? What is this real secret to enjoying your new life in a new country? But the main idea is to live like a Roman when you're in Rome. Don't try to recreate your old life when you land in a new country. Instead, become a student of the new world instead of a teacher of your old world. Think of yourself like a cultural explorer. It doesn't mean that you won't still love some things more about your old world. It just means you'll learn and try new things along the way before you try to get the world around you to conform to your old expectations. But thanks for listening. Watch the video in the upper right-hand corner of your screen right now if you'd like to know all the goodies you get if you join the lifetime membership